Okay, so here we are. This is the Auto Lawnmower Challenge. We've got a Husqvarna 430X installed by the dealer. You can see it set up here. She's running in two areas. She's cutting over there in the distance. You can probably see her in the rain. Doing a great job. She's coming back towards us now. 430X, yeah. There she is, cutting away, nice and quiet. Doing a great job. You see the grass quite nice. It's been installed on Wednesday. It's Sunday now, and it's been pretty much raining the whole time. And you can see grass is in great shape. This grass was really long when they dropped it off, kind of at the stage it nearly wouldn't be able to cut it. This is the second base here, and see green light on in here to prove that there's an active loop. So as this is an Auto Lawnmower Challenge, what I'm going to do here is I actually have a Honda Miimo 500 as well, which gave me an awful lot of trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the 430X running here. Cable's been really well laid by Murphy's in Castlepollard, the Husqvarna dealer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the Honda over here alongside the existing Husqvarna dock. The existing Husqvarna dock, much more substantial looking machine setup. You can see the connections here. You've got it right and the left on the main loop, and then you've got the return wires here and here. Only one of them's connected. You can see I've disconnected these two here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the Honda base to those connections and see how she performs. I had a lot of trouble with this Honda before. It was used to go off the perimeter and all kinds of things. You can see actually this is the Honda wire here. Pretty light wire, and you can see this wire was taken up out of the ground. It's pretty badly corroded inside. I've stripped it here, but the wire the Husqvarna use is a heavier wire. I'll just put them alongside here. You can see definitely a heavier gauge. Might be hard to see there, but it's definitely a heavier gauge wire that's been installed. And they also used a machine to install it, whereas you can see this is the old Honda wire here. It's just installed using push down little pins like this. And what happens is, even though it can be on the ground pretty well, you know, it's just the lawnmower running over it and people walking. Spots like this over here where you've got steps, the wire gets exposed and then it actually gets cut. Then you have to repair it and it corrodes and it's generally a pain. So the Honda wire has been installed underground with a machine. I put a video up already on that, and so it's buried 2 inches in the ground, so that doesn't happen, or hopefully it won't happen anyway. Haven't had it happen yet. Also the Honda base, you can see I've had this up and down loads of times. So this time what I've done is, you can see this loop wire, it has to take, there's two options on the channel, this way or that way, but I've always found what happens is it comes out of this little channel. So in this case what I've done is I've taped it down using some duct tape just to make it easier when I'm putting the dock down. This is not Honda recommended, but I think, you know, hopefully it'll make it easier to get the dock down with the wire in the right place, because when it's actually docking, this has to be in the right, this wire has to be in the right place or it actually won't dock properly. So what I'm going to do here is a bit of a hack. I've disconnected these guys here, and I'm going to use spade connectors to wire in and use the same loop as the Husqvarna loop. So it's a true like for like comparison between the Husqvarna and the Honda on this area of grass. See, it's kind of L-shaped. And we'll see what happens. I suspect the Honda is going to go off track. Husqvarna has done a really good job, haven't had any trouble with it yet. But let's see, you know, it's new, so it could still have its issues. So I have a new reel of Honda wire here. I'm going to use that to hook up the base. I'm just going to do it as per the Honda way of doing things, which includes clips. So these will be side by side, and so pretty similar setup. You know, the Honda wire will have to come out like this and around, because the Honda wire, the Honda doesn't have a return wire. You can see, which is like a third connection here. There's actually a wire running all the way out here, which is the return wire, whereas the Honda actually uses the loop wire to return. So you have to have a straight run in on the loop and then out. So basically it means you miss a bit of grass. We'll set that up. I want to set them up side by side so it's a pretty valid comparison. So get some of these clips and drop one down just here. Grass is pretty soft today, so there should be no problem getting them into the ground. So have a run in like this, straight run in. I think they recommend about 1 meter, so let's give it a full meter. I'm sure Honda will watch this video and they'll be picking holes in the plan here, but honestly I wanted this to be as far as we can. You can see like the ground here is pretty even, but you've still got some undulations, and that's the problem with the way the cable was installed by Honda originally, that even if you put a lot of these pegs down, and I ordered extra ones for mine, even if you have extra ones, they can get caught, particularly around the base and anywhere where there's steps or anything like that. So put a few of these lads down, and then we draw a return path for this. I'm going to basically exclude this area in here for the purposes of this test. Now I've hit a bit of hard ground. It's kind of hard to get these in. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll get these all down. I'll come back to you when I'm hooking it up, and we'll see how we go.